Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Synergy, Early Access, out now today on Steam. It is an absolutely gorgeous, I'm going to call it kind of a, it's a settlement builder, but you're trying to live in kind of harmony with nature, namely because the world is quite hostile, and if you break the delicate balance of the environment around you, you are liable to die. And so I actually really dig that aesthetic, that theme, just because it feels very on point for, I don't know, for me as a modern millennial. But it's made by Lake Erie Studio and published by Goblins Publishing, who are kind enough to reach out and sponsor this video. So because this is early access, there is still going to be stuff added to the game over time. However, it's already got a fairly beefy story mode, actually. So we've got the anchoring here. I'll just read off. Okay. For its early access launch, Synergy offers a campaign with 2 narrative scenarios, 55 buildings, 2 distinct seasons, changing gameplay in their own way, 90 exploration scenarios, 27 unique plants to discover, and 60 researches to unlock, and 30 unique resources to collect and craft. So we're just going to do the anchoring and see how it goes. So an organization of researchers and philosophers called the Anchoring has decided to reconnect isolated populations, help them acquire knowledge, fight environmental hazards, and understand inexplicable phenomena. There's also a free mode, but we're not going to be doing that. So, back from Infinity, an organization. Okay, so we already did that. Oh, never mind. Called the Anchoring has undertaken the construction of an outpost to take census of surviving populations in the area. During their search, they come across a declining town affected by an anomaly whose mystery we need to unravel. So, scores only saved if the objective is reached and 40 cycles are left. Oh, interesting. We've got a timer on this one. And we'll just be playing on, I think I'll just be playing on original mode. It'd be interesting to try and play, creative mode, or like tweak the difficulty a little bit. Hopefully they give you the ability to do like custom settings later, but it's fine. I like the idea of actually having a settlement builder with a goal, though I'm curious about how cycles work. 40 cycles, and then 40 days per cycle. Neat. Anchoring. The world, as we know it, is frightfully small. Our lives are short and our days exhausting. We scrape our food off stones, eating it the very same day. We live in isolation and are not sufficiently aware of other human beings living beyond the sea of sand to regret our parting with them. However, not everyone accepts this condition as inevitable. We are an organization of explorers and researchers named the Anchoring. Its mission is to try and connect isolated populations. Today, and for the first time, we call on our members to gather and take an anthropological census of the area. Before that, however, we need to lay our outpost's first foundations. Our first mission is therefore to provide our researchers with adequate shelter and to build the first necessary structures. So I have played the tutorial before. It's been a little while, but I should be able to make this work. So we want to do construction menu. We are going to want paths. Now we've got this kind of starting area. However, it doesn't necessarily mean we want to stay there. Because to some degree, we are going to need to set up food and water in the area. So we have water storage, stone houses, cellars, and that. But what we're looking for is resource production. We need these purification basins. Without these, I have no water. So we need to get them kind of down. Let's see. We also have a pontoon. Oh, I see. So purification. So what we also need is one of these things. Oh, I see. So we put it on this. It almost fits. It's fine. I'll do something to that extent. I'll have to figure this one out. But we need, interesting enough that it's not having me go for water immediately, but is what it is. So if I go back to, let's see, storage and distribution. So we have the water tower. So to some degree, the water tower does not have to be in the same area as these collectors, but I think we're going to need it anyway. So cellar, used to keep foodstuff at a low temperature and supply food to nearby housing. So we need this specifically to kind of be within range of all of our water. I'm going to move it 3 here, just give it a little bit more range. And then we also have a warehouse, which is holds on to, or picks up resources for us, but I think we'll leave that for a bit. Because we're going to want a picker's cabin. Probably right next to the cellar. Actually, do we? I don't know. So the thing is, this has like a region that it can feed into. So to some degree, we want to be able to put houses within range of it. So let's just do that and make it work. So other things I'm going to need, giant fungus? No. I'm going to need some rock. I gotta okay, here we go. Destroy buildings. No. Rip out. No, that ain't it. Let's see, raw material, boreal rock. Okay, so we have a kitchen, but that's for later. How do I... Yeah, so I can go back to this if I want to do some things. So we don't want to harvest. We don't want to resource, refine, collect. Okay, rip out. But that's not how I get boreal rock. Is it? I don't know. I'll keep poking at it. Either that or we actually get it from some of these. We kind of want to stay away from ripping things out because that would go badly. Prioritize construction. Yeah, so I can't do that. It won't let me pick that up. Whipping ground. Rocky amalgam. Great boreal rock. Okay. So it looks like rocky amalgams are the ones that I rip out. A number of these, for example, I might want to investigate first, because I might actually need them for things. So let's see if I can find some more rocky amalgams. Looks like there's a couple over here. I don't want to do too much while we're getting set up, though. And I want to be a little careful. How many people do we have? 15. Okay, work. At work, other tasks. And my main thing I want to make sure is that all of them are at least kind of doing something right now. There we go. That should give them plenty of tasks. We might have to undo a couple of these, but at least this way my people will be working on exactly what I need them to. Also, big ups on this. So this is a fully hand-drawn game. Every single one of these buildings... I'll put at least, like, 2 people on it for now. Every single one of these structures was hand-illustrated, but beauty part of it is they actually have in-progress sprites as well. It's not like you have this kind of default, this is being built thing. They actually did bother to draw every single structure in its like... I don't want to say it's proto form, but during its development stages as well, which I think is really cool. Because it looks really nice. And it gives a feeling of like, yeah, these people are actually building these things. So we've got a cellar that'll store all of our food and other things. We've got a water tower, which will both store toxic and clean water. And then once we have this done, we'll actually have some degree of... Let's see, efficiency. Oh, because we don't have enough people. I could put more on it. Yeah, so you can see the houses are starting to hit their, like, in-progress mark. I don't know. I think that's just really cool. And it is one of those where, like, I have nothing but respect for this level of attention to detail and effort. Okay, so this will take clean water. I don't actually know. I think eventually we get the ability to port things over and around. But I want to kind of have my living situation over here. Okay, so what else are we doing at the moment? I mean, I think we're mostly waiting. We're waiting for some toxic water there. I've got enough people in that. That's at 100% efficiency. We'll have to figure out, like, how many of these can supply one of these. Because we might need some more pontoons to get this going. But that's fine. Okay, so what are my people doing at the moment? I think they're all currently just busy either working on some of these locations or finishing up these houses, because they're not actually done yet. Yeah, so that's what they're all up to. That's fine. Because we can get all of these houses down, and then we will be in a good position. So other thing I might want to look into, food production. I think we're going to want a kitchen. The main question is simple dishes. Yeah, do we put the kitchen right there? Sure. I'll get that started as soon as we get the rest. And we're going to do resource production. Where's the picker's cabin? Field lab, assignment tower, research station. Those are the houses. Picker's cabin. I'll just put it right there. Okay, and I'll have them prioritize that one over the kitchen. Probably. Because we're going to have to worry about our food situation. Remedies. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need the kitchen right now. Let's take a look at this. So it takes 7 days to convert that up. So we probably could get a couple of purification basins down. I'll build like 2 more. We're going to need the water. Okay, so those are all done. They're grabbing all that rock. And we're going to want to look into getting one of these. So let's take a look at this. So, technological research. What's this do? Manage transportation of resources. Ah, so assignment tower is specifically for storage and transportation. But I think we want the field lab first. Because this will let me do some structural analysis of various things. Okay, so in that case, we want to rip out some tech. I don't know how much more we have, but should be fine. And yeah, I might look into an assignment tower, though it looks like they might be a bit expensive. How big is this? Chunky. Not like excessively large, but chunky enough. Okay. So, we now have all the basic necessary equipment for our outpost. But seem to be the victims of our own success. The call to join the anchoring reached more people than expected. Scientists, neophytes, onlookers are arriving from all over to trade for knowledge. If we don't increase our food yield, we risk a lack of resources. We need to anticipate these needs and collect as much food and clean water as possible. So kitchen, and then simple dishes and clean water. So I think the big question is... yeah. I'm just gonna extend some of these roads out. This will be my starter crossroads, at least for now. What we need is this to some degree. So let's prioritize it, because I want to be able to kind of pick up and move some of these, but I don't want to do it yet. And also we are going to need probably some more housing. How much space does each one of these houses hold? 4. So we can hold up to 20 people, and we're at 17. So I'll have to worry about that a little bit. And like some of this stuff we might need to move later. I don't know if I can move a structure. I think we might have to tear it up. It's fine. We'll leave that for later. So we've got the kitchen. We can make pod stew, rough oatmeal, mushroom soup, ashy pancakes, and bulb confit. Unfortunately, we don't really know which ones of these are worth it. And all of them just give us simple meals. So I'm going to leave it on pod stew for now. We have to wait until this is done before I'm comfortable sending anyone out to pick. Namely because we can absolutely destroy some of these resources, and I don't want to do that. because that would be bad. Okay. I can probably do a little bit more. Surface analysis, medium fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because if we can get them to do the requisite science on these things. We can maybe figure out, like, what the deal is with them, and then whether or not I can harvest them. Probably gonna have to wait on that one a little bit. How's our food looking? It's looking fine. We're at least working on some of this stuff. Okay, analyses reports. So ripping out orange hydra trees from the grounds allows you to then cut their trunks. Interesting. Action is not unlocked yet. So all we can do is rip out. So we can pick or trim. What? Okay, so I can trim these maybe. Okay, got another purification basin. Let's put a person on that and on that. And we might need to work on our clean water storage. I'll get one more. Those don't require people to be actively in charge of them. 67 units of clean water per cycle. Okay, so I'll have to figure out exactly where we're at on that one. Okay, ripping out bunch trees allows you to collect their bark. It's also possible to collect some soft fibers. Use research to unlock new types. I'm going to try that again with, like, a couple of these. I have to see if they'll specifically do more. But, I think we might need to look into some science. So, I guess I'm just going to put this right here. It's huge. And is going to take a little bit of time, but if we can actually start researching things better, that'll be a huge help. I am thoroughly amused that there's one mana that is currently stuck between these two. It doesn't actually stop them from doing things. Like, they will do work. They're just technically trapped. Okay. Giant harvest can be collected from the base. Okay, trimming riverbank fingers, even partially, makes them lose all fluid and kills them. Okay, so we can actually get its seeds. If we rip it out. I don't know if I can plant stuff, though. Yeah, my consistent fear with this is that I'm going to completely destroy our food supply. Luckily, we've got enough food for at least a little bit. So I can just chill. Okay, straw trees have dry and fragile trunks that are easy to rip out of the ground. Watery pods protect themselves from the desert's dry environment with a membrane, creating a little nest of humidity within the tree. So we might be able to grab these. And it might not destroy them. Okay, so we don't want to do trimming. Picking. These. And it'll actually tell me what I get. I'm going to leave one of them alive, though. Just in case it actually does kill them. Okay. That's going kind of fine. Yeah, adult poor. I think this one we might want to rip out. Just because it's slightly in my way. Hopefully I can replant them. Okay. So can I see my storage? And how much I can store. This is 205, but that's just how much I have. Yeah, we might just need like a silly amount of water towers to get this rolling. I'll wait. I don't know. I don't want to like overuse my resources just because like we only have so much, so many tree trunks and bark. And until we know how to like safely manage these things, it would be foolhardy for me to do anything else. So what else can we do? I gotta figure out where to get local vegetables from. Okay, so let's go back to the field laboratory. I don't think we have anything. Yeah, which one of these would have the vegetables? That's probably our local vegetables. Or maybe those? Hard to say. Okay, let's see. We do also have this, so I'm going to set that to rip out. I don't know if we have any other runes nearby. Okay, no research in progress. Let's check the research tree. So refrigerated houses prevents heat stroke. Oh, no, these are just regular houses. So we just have stone housing. So we can get Hall of Wisdom research. Advanced harvest methods. So we get extraction. Tool production, which we will need. Harvest building. So vegetable preservation. Vegetables rot easily and contaminate others in the bins of the picker cabins. Storing them in shallow drawers would prevent them from getting damaged. Yeah, there's little upgrades on top of these. Some of these are... Oh, but we need a Hall of Wisdom for both of those. And a cultural level of 40 or more. In that case... Oh, we need tools. Healthcare. I guess we need the tool forge. But I need a technological artifact before I can do that. Well, that ain't... I guess we gotta find some more artifacts in the area. I know there's a couple more. And after a certain point, I'm gonna have to go on expeditions to get more. Let's see. Is there another one, like, kind of out this direction? It feels like there should be. But we might be out of luck. Yeah, poor condition is slightly the issue. Let's take a look. Is there anything else I can research without tools? This one. So Hall of Wisdom we can at least work on. And we're going to need that for other science anyway. Okay, strategy, resource production. It looks like we're still just kind of chilling. The main worry is food. Because as soon as things start, like, failing on me, I'm in trouble. We researched a beaky bell. I don't think we have. We'll grab one of those too. Okay, we do actually have some Artifacts. Can I, like, collect? No. Interesting. Are we just... Did I never make the warehouse? Oh. That would do it. I got distracted because I was poking at other things, and, whoops. Turns out I actually need those. Now, I'll have to figure out how to get these to last longer. I haven't researched those yet. I guess we're just waiting for some of these. Let's pause for a second. Oop, pause. There we go. Okay, so we already know about that one. Petrified giants can be ripped out. Collect some boreal rock. They can... Oh. Tender mushroom lamellae. And trimming will get boreal rock. So the petrified giants might get us some mushrooms. Bunch trees can get us... yeah, can get us bark and thread. I don't think we've researched the hatted tree yet. I see. So we can't put anything else into this. That's why we're not collecting any. I wonder if the starting stock, once it's emptied out, it will just go away for good. Probably. Okay. We seem to be able to hold a decent amount of water. I'm not entirely sure how we're going above. Oh, storage wished for. But it can go up to 800. Oh. That explains things. Well, that makes my life a bit easier. Okay. Can we cut at the base? Cut at the base. We already knew that. Ripped out. Collect their entire trunk. Again, not ideal, but we are going to have to do that for some of these eventually. Is this one pink? No idea. Okay, so we got a warehouse. And yeah, we just wanted to grab kind of whatever. We figured out... Yeah, we still haven't figured out a source of vegetables yet. But we have figured out somewhat of a source of... Ah, looks like this one might have some... fruit in it. Maybe not immediately. No, it does. Actually, it looks like we've got plenty of fruit eventually. Have you finished? 14 days remaining. Oh boy. Let's see. We seem to have enough toxic water to feed all of those. So I guess we're mostly just chilling until research is done. And then I can start working on things. Okay, Zareth is going to work. Like, it looks like they're carrying stuff. It looks like they're doing things. I might have to move this picker's cabin, though. It's unlike every other structure, it seems to have trapped some of these folks. Let's just make another one, I suppose. I mean, currently nobody's doing anything with the picker's cabin, so let's actually just get rid of it and move it down one tile. Whatever's going on with it, we need to undo it. Okay, so what do we have? Cinder sprouts produce bitter-tasting ashy kernels, can be used for medicine, collected while trimming the shrub. Useful, but still not vegetables. Okay, put that there. That is freed Like, half of my population. Maybe they were always free and I just didn't realize it. Oh, whipping gourd. Oh, that's a new thing I haven't scanned yet. Any other bits? Like, it feels like there's a bunch of plants if I just go looking around that I haven't spotted before. And maybe some of them actually do regrow. We might be in an easier position that, or a better position than I think I'm in. But it's hard to judge. This just, yeah, it's just one of their number. Okay. How's this doing? 11 days left on that one. Oh. Let's put some more people on it. They're not doing anything anyway, so we might as well speed up our research. Okay, so Beaky's Bell can get slightly scented clean water, and we can get Liana stems. I still don't think I've found any veg. That's fine, it's going to take a little bit for this to get done anyway. And then we'll have to get cooking because then we're going to have some food problems. Now it looks like some of these are regrowing slowly. So we don't have to worry about killing the trees by taking their fruit. I think I might switch to mushroom soup though. Because I can harvest that. I do kind of wish you could actually select multiple recipes, just like cook with whatever. So what is this? Satisfaction. Very low. Unsurprising. Okay. Do not pick this plant's lianas. They lash out hard against anyone. Can wound them. Once they wither, they stop being harmful and can be trimmed. Interesting. So I'll have to figure out how to get them to wither, maybe. Okay, so let's get a couple. And let's take a look at... Is it... No, it's not these. Oh, abandoned sand harvester. Well, that's something to keep in mind. Where's the big old mushroom trees? Oh, it's these things. Petrified giant. So we want to specifically pick using the petrified giant. Because we might be able to yoink mushrooms from them without killing them. Oh. Another thing I haven't checked yet. No, that's just an environmental detail. Yeah, a couple of these are. Look, how's that? Oh, that's going much faster. But she did the trick for me. Let's see. So what else do we have? Book of Knowledge. Okay, so that's... Yeah. And we also are going to have to worry about the dry season. Most plants wither during the season. As well, wells and purification basins dry out with the heat. Daily toil's harsher. Okay, so we are going to have to worry about the weather getting worse very soon. Does make... Oh, these are cycles. Okay, so we're still on the first cycle. So we've got some time to prepare. I think my strategy of having a couple of these purifications running full tilt for a while is probably the right one. The main thing we're going to have to worry about is just utter lack of food. So I'm going to put one more person on this. Because yeah, if we can actually start collecting the mushrooms. We can start making some food with them. This gets me rotten resources. So eventually it does look like we can get into proper food making. Okay, so we finished with the tech. So So we can get the Hall of Wisdom. There's also the Roomy House, but we need higher level cultural centers, which is something we haven't even looked into yet. It's on the list. Okay, so we already have this one. What we can do is sand clarification. Oh, sand allows us to capture suspended solid particles in untreated water. Okay, so it's a new one. I see. So we can get more water using sand. Maybe later. Okay, do we want to do tool production? Yes. Because we need that to get the other stuff anyway. Oh, we can see a little ring around it telling me how we're doing. Okay. Are they actually picking stuff? I mean, they must be, right? Oh, we might be having some trouble with transportation. So I might want to, like, nix probably one of these guys. Can I actually see how many people are working on what? Oh, we have culture. Oh, so let's take a look at this. Hall of Wisdom. Okay, so we can do cultural research and modifies things within range to give us a little bit more. The only immediate problem is it's a freaking chunker and is not going to be easy to place. Like, I could just put it here. Actually, it's not a bad idea. What's it require? Bark 30. We have just enough. Do we have boreal rock? Apparently we've got 300 sitting around, so I think we're good. I can hold a lot of stuff. Okay, children will become adults next cycle, so we might want to actually also get another house, just preemptively. Eventually I'm going to have to actually worry about cultural centers and decorations and whatnot, but that's slightly later. Okay, so next, not next cycle, but the cycle after is going to be a dry season, so we need to make sure we have enough food, and we need to make sure we have plenty of water. I think we're doing good on water, which is a plus. Okay, so we have mushrooms. Okay, satisfaction. So, well-being, social, cultural, and knowledge. So currently we're kind of somewhat on knowledge. Is that 56 degrees S? That's gotta be... Oh, are we done with tools? Looks like we are. Okay. So we could do the infirmary. There's bread preparation, but we need farms and wisdom. We need to build the Hall of Wisdom for that one. Exploration missions. Advanced harvesting methods, but we need tools, and we have none. Trading. So this would unlock the market center for us. It's not a bad idea. Well, this doesn't require any tools, so let's start on that. So how long is this going to take? A long time. That's why we're out of people working. And no one's transporting anything. It's because that can just take a little longer. We need people to be able to do some simple tasks like transportation, otherwise much of this falls apart. And that's probably part of the reason why we haven't been cooking with mushrooms. Because we're not transporting anything. So this was full up for a little while. So it might not be a bad idea to make an assignment tower at some point. I'll put it there. It's not a priority, though. Unfortunately, I think they're going to make it a priority. But maybe it's okay. I guess once this guy's done with the Cinder Sprout, we can probably wait for a little bit. Because we're not going to have any more useful things. Let's see. Yeah, they got plenty of mushrooms. I think we'll be able to get there. Okay, these petrified giants have been tapped, which is actually a bit of a concern. I think it'll be fine. I think we can grab a bunch of fruit too. We just have to figure out where to get veggies from. Which, I haven't yet, actually. Okay, that was Cinder Sprouts. Can I... Book of Knowledge, Flora. Yeah, I can get fruit. And I can rip out the riverbank fingers to get its seeds. But we don't know how to... Okay. At the very least, we have a couple more of these. Because we know we can pick these safely. They'll have to regrow, but it's not a problem. Oh, cabbage shrub. This thing up here. That I completely missed its existence. Oh yeah, we've seen that. Cabbage shrub has got to be where we get our veg from. And are we seriously out of bark? We are out of bark. So is there anything that I can pick for bark? Almost assuredly not. Supposedly these. I'll pick a couple of them. Yeah, it looks like I can just pick from it. We can also trim them for food, too. Okay. Yeah, the two people that could be doing delivery. Okay. I'm going to make one of them a delivery person. Largely just because... it gives them the ability to carry more, which is going to be helpful. How's this going? It's going so slowly. I could get rid of a couple of these things. I just don't know where all my people are at. I guess I do have like a bunch of them working water, but we kind of want to leave that rolling. Oh. Is that the issue? Is it because this doesn't have enough range? Because we don't have a warehouse nearby, we can't transport... That's very silly. I'll build another one of these. Unfortunately, I'm going to need more bark for it. What can you do, maybe? Let's see. I'll prioritize that one. Fortunately, we need 20 bark for it. Unselect those. We need that bark. And yeah, it does look like these trees aren't as huge of a priority, or they regrow often. We're probably going to have to worry about it during the dry season. Do you not? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I was sitting there. Wait, no, it did get transferred. What? I am confused. Well, at least we got food going. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, here's where we get veg. Okay. Plant renews its production of vegetables every life cycle. By picking them, it's also possible to collect some of the plant waste. So we can either get some vegetables and plant waste, or just veg. Once we've solved some of our population issues, I will probably switch over to, let's see, how much do you have on hand? 3. And it looks like the sprouts just get kind of shrunky, but that's it. Okay, so as long as we pick and as long as we trim, we don't destroy anything. We're going to have to destroy a couple of things for their trunks, but that's it. And this will give me probably just enough food to live through the next season. That's it, because yeah, we don't need anybody here. I guess I didn't need it. I guess it might have just been a pure transportation issue. So in that case, do we want to just cancel this one? Let's just cancel it. But let's get enough bark at the moment to finish this if we can. And yeah, our 1 transporter is just enough. Once I've slowed down a little bit on research, I think this won't be so bad. Or once we've just gotten like 3 more people. I was hoping to get a couple more for this season, but it might be one of those where we desperately need... to increase like our cultural values, because I could very much see our people being like, oh, you know, no one wants to join us because we're too stinky. We don't have enough culture. We need more Nintendo. Is Nintendo culture? I'd call it culture. It's in there. Yeah, we're cooking. Not cooking fast, but we are cooking. Okay, so let's put these back on farm. I'll do fruits and veggies later. The main goal is to just have enough food. Which means at some point I'm going to have to take some people and put them on the kitchen. I just don't know who is the issue. Like, I guess we could turn off some of the purification as we are currently, I think, kind of ahead on the curve there. But I think the other big one would be finishing the Hall of Wisdom. I guess we could also... Oh, did I never make the forge? I did not make the forge. I'll put it here. Are these runes just being unearthed? I'd swear this was not here prior. But yeah, if we can have the forge, we can have tools, which we are going to need if I want to do some science. It might be one of those that I liberate a couple of people from the research center and put them on other tasks for a bit, just because we are being a little inundated with stuff. Because specifically, if I could finish the Hall of Wisdom quickly, that unlocks a bunch of tech and gives me some options. Maybe. I swear I progressed way faster when I was playing the the original tutorial for this. I think they probably just made it a little harder is the answer. Okay, so let's nix a couple of those people for the time being. Let's take a look at what we've got. Because we can't do healthcare. We don't have any tools. Oh no. Okay, so we can start working on healthcare. Take that down for a little bit. I just took some people off of research and I don't know where they allocated themselves to. Oh, let's take this guy off. They don't need to be there at the moment. It just says at work. Not sure. Maybe they're just doing a bunch of delivery jobs for the moment. We might actually want another picker's cabin at some point. These things regrow faster than I thought. My biggest perpetual fear with these games is, oh, you know what? They're probably going to grab all of the, like, tech junk that I left behind. I'm still gonna probably grab them just in case they're actually useful. Okay, so we have a stone house, but yeah, they're all kind of in dire straits. Okay. And do we scale up the kitchen a little bit? I think we do. Because we're going to need to scale up how much we are cooking to feed this amount of people. Actually, we can kind of guesstimate it. Okay, so it takes 2.5 days for 10 food. Oh, that's fine then. We might have to switch ingredient types, though. Kind of depending on what we need. These are regrowing fast enough. I think the main thing is once we have some more people, I might want another picker's cabin. Just so they can hit all of the different tasks. Okay. And then at some point I will have people working on this. But I think maybe part of the reason why everything went so much faster, there we go, old friends, is because I actually had us on like a much faster speed. The scientific method. The latest arrivals are disappointed with the scientific equipment at their disposal. Also, they believe we haven't performed the necessary preliminary analyses during our anthropological mission. Any lack of knowledge about the area exposes our team to useless risks. However, they are offering to start these analyses and want a field laboratory dedicated to botany and mycology, along with a research center to bring together all of our technological projects. All we have to do is build these using the blueprints they shared with us. Oh. Well, we're at least good on that regard. Okay. So what we need to do is figure out how to get houses up to a level 4 in knowledge. Knowledge. Don't know. This increases our knowledge a little bit. Okay, Market Square. More time and means to do their crafting. Protected by windbeaks, Square enables crafted goods to be traded. Do we put this, like, here? I think we kind of have to. It's either there or elsewhere. I could put it up here. No, I can't. I'll put it there. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to need to find branches as well. See if we can find anything that gives me a branch. I think not. I think we might need to do some trimming. Yeah, nary a branch to be found. Some interesting resources and some useful things. But no branch. I'm actually not sure how to get these. Branches. Shrubs with a little water produce a particularly robust wood, which is good for tool making. Shrubs with a little water. Not the rocky amalgams. Definitely not the beaky belt. Shrubs with little water. Don't tell me there's like a completely different... Oh no, that's a person. Shrubs with little water. Not the cinder sprouts. No, they're barky. Am I just dry shrubless? Those are beaky bells. There's no, like, surprise resource out here that I haven't seen before. I swear there is, like, another bush. That I had access to previously, but no... in the demo, but do not see at the moment. Unless it's something in here. Because I would assume it's the orange Hydra tree, not Hydora. Yeah, the ideal would be if this actually told me when there's a thing I haven't interacted with. Like if they're in a different color. Because it's not a hatted tree. I don't know. I think what we actually need is a different tech. I think what we need is this one. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Oh. Not only be able to collect the fruit of collect fruit and vegetables, they'll be able to sow new plants from seed stalks. But we need to finish making the Hall of Wisdom. Because we have surface analysis. We can estimate health. Environmental impact. Yeah, where's the bush? I have no idea. Oh, it's this one. But no, that's it. That's not it. So this is how we get the advanced harvest methods. But until I can get some branches, there's no point in it. Unless we can't make tools because we're not in the next season yet. Maybe that's it. Maybe we have to wait for a couple of these to wither. Okay, I'll put a couple more people on that. We've got healthcare, but that's probably going to have to wait. Oh, water, food, health. I think I will trim a couple of these in my immediate area. Get them out of there. Okay. And why don't we do another... Is it resource production? Food. I think I will actually build another one of those. Okay, so no, that's well-being. Culture and knowledge. No? Oh. Well, we now have the Hall of Wisdom. Which can research other stuff. So terracotta roads. But we can't do it. Paramount culture. Explorer's hut. Social. Decoration. Remedy production. Yeah, I was hoping to boost the amount of science, but I think we might have to leave that. So we'll just start working on those things. Can they both work on the same thing? No, they actually work on different stuff. Oh, wait, are we currently... We're currently researching something? I don't think we are. Unless the point is one or the other. Well, I've got 8 available civilians on that one. Let's take a look. Oh. I guess we got it. Okay, an excavation team on a specific mission has joined us. Members would like to use our outpost to search for items they call tablets. These tablets are part of one of the greatest mysteries behind the creation of the anchoring. Many communities scattered all around the world have started digging out such tablets simultaneously without any conscious ambition or coordination of any kind. Although these stone slabs are engraved with unknown glyphs, everyone seems to intuitively understand them. Each one has triggered a scientific or technological leap for those who have uncovered them. So it would be wise to start some excavation work right now if we want our equipment to evolve. Cool. Yeah, so we're going to have to work on some of this stuff. So we are also going to need advanced harvest methods, but we can't do that. We haven't even found twigs. Permaculture, that exploration missions. There we go. So we can actually get this. And I can put at least, yeah, I can put people in it. And we are going to need some more housing. Okay, market square, district size, medium. Knowledge max. Ah. So we have a scientific district. Ah. Crafting district or a labor district. So extra knowledge max and houses. Position, +1 position in, oh, extra positions or buildings production cost minus. Interesting. Harbor district will be interesting for later, but we want to stick to scientific district. So if we can get some of these other things, an experimental laboratory, a weather station, all of those, and maybe some structures. Yeah, that's how this works. This has a really neat district system that I like a lot. Gives the game kind of a neat build synergy where, like, if you concentrate a lot of similar things in one area, it gives you boosts. I forget what the boosts are. Yeah, something about scores and whatnot maybe makes your people happier, question mark. If slots are available. Okay, so we might just need to have more housing. If I want to have kids. Okay, so next season will be a dry season. Our food situation is not looking amazing. Okay, so let's have them trim for veg. Let's have these people start picking for some fruit as well. Okay, that'll do. And it looks like my people will spread out a little bit. Oh yeah, so we do just want to get more housing in general. So if I do pod stew, we might actually be able to get some veg. Okay, so they're done researching. Let's see. No, we can't do anything of the sort. Yeah, I can't do any research that involves tools. Which is a little wonky. Because, yeah, we currently don't have any means of getting tools. Unless I've, like, wildly overlooked it. Which, like, is entirely possible. I'm not always the most observant. I try to be. But streamer blindness is, like, very much a real thing. And somewhat of a constant issue. Either way, we seem to be staying at least somewhat ahead of the food curve. I say somewhat, but not really. We're going to need a lot of pickers. Okay. I wonder if I depopulate that. Yeah, the knowledge does go down. Probably worth it, though. It might be one of those where I specifically, like, just have a couple of these running simultaneously. Is that a giant fungus that just sprouted? Or, no. Everything's withering. Which is... I'm going to say it's fine. Because we need to figure out where to get sticks from. And something here's got to give me sticks, right? Right? It's supposed to be like a dry shrub thing. Because there's the hatted tree, but we've checked those. Yeah, there's the giant fungus. I haven't the faintest. Oh, do we, that'll give my people somewhat of a benefit, but not much right now. What we need to do is get an explorer's hut out. Yeah, unless there's like a plant that pops up during the dry season. But I'm not discounting me being completely and uncompromisingly blind. That I very much could have screwed up and just like missed the thing that gives me sticks. I'd have to check my demo footage. Because I swear there was like a plentiful bush that had fruits. There wasn't straw trees that had exactly what I was looking for. Alright, we're going to go on an expedition, or maybe. Just see what I can find. So unexplored and available. So might cost a couple of resources to do. So we've got a dune, a smoke cloud, a strange glow, camp, forest area, lake shores. Let's see. Must be sent for. Cannot be modified. Simple dishes. Clean water. Sure? Yeah, let's just let them go. And you can see the little tracker in the corner, too. Oh, gosh. I don't know how long I've been going for. I mean, that's always kind of a good sign in a settlement builder where you're just like, oh, time has just evaporated on me. That's maybe a problem, right? I don't know. I'm having a good one. Hopefully we can get sticks elsewhere, or they'll show up maybe after this season. Like if I could bring some seeds back to me. Or if I could convert things. Okay, expedition has reached its destination. Bountiful. Though any grassy areas are mostly rare and small, the explorers are lucky enough to discover an entire space with lush vegetation. Now these plants aren't pretty, unless you consider endurance to be beautiful. They don't require much water to flourish, and their fibers are sturdy and durable. Of course, damaging this natural grove is out of the question, but our explorers would be wrong not to collect a few samples from the surrounding plants, so we can dig on the site. Let's dig on the site. I want to see what we get. So there's also some glades and some other things, but we'll have to leave that for later. I think we're done with research, but again, no stick can't do much. Let's take these guys off. We can use them for other tasks. It seems like the dry season isn't wrecking me. Oh no, the next season is the dry season. Okay, so we don't have much time. I'm going to send a couple more people out on that. We're actually doing weirdly fine food-wise, which is giving me some options. This is probably why we haven't found the sticks yet, maybe. But if we can hoard a bunch before things get bad, then we'll be maybe okay. Did I actually get one of these down? I don't think I had yet, so we'll build one now. Because yeah, currently none of my characters are sick. However, if things are going to go badly for me sooner than later, then it's a good time. Good time to check. So is cultural research different from technological research? I'm not seeing different tech trees. I almost kind of wish there were two different ones that you could poke with. You know, one's got small passive bonuses and they take a while, and then the other's a little bit more. I don't know. Using spades, the explorers pierce the ground, which looks like terracotta. The soil underneath is moist and is of a rare quality. No wonder such a grove has grown there. Using the little ditch they dug into the ground, the explorers are able to extract some plants that are flourishing away from the sunlight. Collect the resources. Soft fibers. Sick. So maybe that's it. We just have to go on an expedition to get the tools. I'll just have to go... I guess we should stay to the dry area if we're looking for sticks, in retrospect. Alright, it's the hot season. So let's take a look at some of these. May get heat stroke if they eat in a building in a group of 55 degrees or more. Outside temperature, okay. So we can do another one. None of these are going to cool things down. Is there a way I can check? Views. Temperature. 61. So this area is toasty. This area is not. This area is actually kind of cool. That area is very cool. This area is temperate. So we might want to do this slightly silly thing. And move an amount of our population up here. Okay. gonna... I mean, the trick actually in this case is to get the cellar kind of in a central location. That's probably too many. But yeah, this area, unfortunately, is very hot, and that is going to cause my people a lot of problems. And there's not much I can do about that. Why is efficiency 0%? Oh, we're maxed on food. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. Right. We also had this. Dune, Strange Glow, Smoke Cloud. It might not let me. This might just be the not fun season that, boy, sure hope you're prepared for. It seems like a lot of my people aren't going to be working, period. Which is a little bad for me. Okay. When a citizen leaves the house exposed to excessive heat or is homeless for too long, suffer from heat exhaustion. Building thermally isolated housing in cooler zones on the map is essential to prevent this from happening. Okay, it's not lethal, reduces moving and working speeds. Suffering from heat exhaustion a second time progresses it to heat stroke, which leads to death. So that's an issue. Okay, we have no citizens available. Okay. This is where things get really bad for me. I'm gonna just turn a bunch of these off. Cellars do transport water, right? Yes. And we don't have any cooling balms. We've got purifying remedies. This might go badly for me. Okay, so we've got water. Oh. And I'm going to have to rip out some of these for stone. We don't want to go for the big plants. We just want to get a couple of these. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of a couple of these, because we might be able to get the stuff we need. And if this is... hopefully they'll give me just enough. I think my people are wise and are moving to places that are cooler. I wish I had known about the thermal isolation, but now that I know, it's actually much easier for me to work with. And I can specifically... well, I don't know. I think it's mostly just going to be very easy for me to redo my town layout this way. Kind of. I'll have to move a lot of things. Like, the big issue is this market square, for example, is not giving us many benefits, but should be fine. Okay, let's keep destroying the houses. Let's see. Check temperature. Okay, yep, both of those are 53 degrees. Yeah, so the inside temperature is still freaking hot, but it's at least manageable. Humidity is something I'm going to have to maybe worry about later. Okay, knowledge. Shadow. Huh. Interesting. So this area is a bit shadier. I'll have to mess with so much of this at a much later date. For now, though, I'm just glad to have avoided the biggest and most problematic issues tied to this season, I think. And I will be able to deal with some of these issues at a later date. Yeah, all of my people have just been like, nope, peace out. We're going over here now. And now we no longer have to worry about heat stroke, at least for this hot season. Maybe in the future, but at least not now. Anyway, I think this is a good stopping point for me. I've gone way over time, but I had a great time doing it. So I might as well mention once again that Synergy is out now in early access. It's got, let's see, to go back to it, 2 narrative scenarios. I'm curious about how that works then. We're clearly on the first, so maybe after we complete this one, it goes on to a second mission of some variety, maybe. And then obviously we've seen like a fair bit of the research tree, though currently I'm kind of hard locked on twigs and I'm not quite sure why. It hasn't been much of an issue yet, and obviously I've been able to progress a fair bit. I'm assuming kind of like the fibers, they're a rare resource that I might need to get a plant from elsewhere to bring back with me. So I just need to go on expeditions until I can get what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, yeah, don't have enough citizens to launch the expedition. Too many of my people are currently working on other tasks. Kind of, sort of. Wait. So maybe if I go back to this one, can I just do like 5? I can send 6 people off. And that'll be more than enough. Yeah, so let's do that too. It's still going to take some time, but at least we can have like a decent idea of what we're up against, maybe. Okay, and I'm hoping most of my citizens are no longer in heat stroke territory because of what because of everything. I'm going to need to figure out a little bit more housing here, I think. But I want to make sure temperature isn't too bad. So if I put them there, yeah, it's going to backfire on me. Probably do something to that extent. And figure it out. Okay. Let's see. So, geez, is there anything else to mention? Right. It is $25 at launch, which is a very reasonable price for what it is. There are a lot of settlement builders out there, but there's none quite like Synergy. Having to worry about the environment, like, it's not unusual, but very few of them do kind of the, like, hey, you're living in a desert and you actually have to worry about being in a desert. Hello. Okay. Waking Nightmare. Explorers approach a huge tree they spotted in the hills. They hope to collect some bark, branches, and fruit. However, when they arrive in the grove around the tree, they feel a persistent gas fill their lungs. They find themselves feeling confused and start thinking they can see giants and with legs projecting sharp shadows among the trees. Many flee the danger, and soon enough the party's objective is all but forgotten. I could flee. I wonder if I can come back to that one. Maybe not. Because we have some purifying remedies, but I guess not. Dang. Alright, whatever. Anyway, with all of this said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But of course, I should also mention a very quick thank you to Lake Here Studio and Goblins for for sponsoring this video. It's very kind of you. And a ton of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes and how it develops. How to treat... No. It looks withered, but I don't think it's withered enough that I get sticks from it. Oh well. Anyway, I guess with all of this said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.